What is with us in the 4th round, chat? Jay Peterson, 3rd in true value, selected at number 116. Unreal. Hidden Dev. What a pick. Oh my. 4th round, Jay Peterson. Again, a little bit worried about the run block, but now you know those pass block ranges are on the high end. Unbelievable. We did it again in the 4th round. Wow. Crazy. Crazy, crazy selection for your Titans. And now we got another one here coming up. And from what I can tell, the other guy we were really interested in was the running back. Day 3 projected Clyde Smith, the power back. Let's take him too. And see if we've added another really solid pick to our list. I can't believe that, man. Peterson, what a pick, dude. This is what I was worried about, because we signed some offensive linemen, and they're probably going to be backups this year for these younger guys. So Clyde Smith, 67th in true value. We get him at 123. Normal dev for the running back. So I don't know if he'll make the roster. He might end up being a practice squad guy. He'll be high 60s, low 70 for rating is my guess. He's okay. He's okay, but he's not going to be anybody that we can build around. Unfortunately. We got one more pick here in this round. And we got a couple of guys who were in the running. But there's only one lineman left in this draft, and then the rest of the guys are linebackers. So let's take one more lineman to hope for the best. It'll be Johnny Chandler out of Georgia. And then literally the rest of the guys we kind of like the looks of were freaking linebackers. Number 14 in true value, Johnny Chandler. What a suit. What a man. Oh my god, the O-line steals, dude. Hidden dev for Johnny Chandler. We just rebuilt our O-line in this draft, dude. Holy shit. Johnny Chandler. 2 4th round steals for the O-line. Welcome in, Mr. Chandler. Tremendous. And from there, it's just a crap load of linebackers that we're throwing darts at the board for. I mean, you could argue some of these guys, but again, we looked through everybody. There really wasn't anybody overly impressive. I'd rather focus on the guys that we did kind of like the looks of. And that would bring us... Let's go left side, Chad Falk out of Duke. We might as well. I mean, we could trade these down, but screw it. Let's see. Chad Falk, 362 in true value. We get him at 132. Hidden Dev at 23, but his overall is going to be atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. But he was Hidden Dev. We actually had back-to-back picks here, so let's go next to the right side. And we are going to go for Brandon Branch out of Lehigh. He was next man up. 342. Remember what I said about how the linebackers were probably all terrible? Here you go. Brandon Branch, normal dev. Oh, yeah. That's the last you'll be seeing of Brandon Branch. That's the last you'll be seeing of it. All right. Let's see. Who's left? Is that 26-year-old quarterback still on the board? No, somebody took him. So on the left, we'd be looking at Hewitt. Okay, he's still there. Kramer still there. Yeah, so then right side is Wilbur still there. No, he is not. Wilbur is gone. Hess is also gone. Oh, boy. So you know what? Hewitt. I like the most out of who was left. Come on down, Zeke Hewitt. 209 in true value. We get him at 159. Normal dev. Hello, Zeke, and goodbye, Zeke. We'll never see you again. We're off to round number 6. Got 4 players left on our board that I'm not all that optimistic about, but we'll try. Right side, Elam. Because Pierman is gone. Right side is Sharif Elam out of USC. 324 in true value. We get him at 164. Salary cap is on, yes. But most of these guys are going right to the practice squad. We're going to be fine. We have plenty of cap space, I promise. Hello and goodbye, Mr. Elam. We have not managed to hit on a single one of these fucking linebackers. There's 2 left. Let's go for Nick Allison. 341 in true. I knew it. I knew all of them would be garbage, but you know what? Hey, whatever. Not like we needed to trade down at all. And then there was 1 guy left that I had some interest in. Is Tramer still there? Yes, he is. He's our final pick. Carl Tramer. And then maybe we'll just throw some totally random darts at the wall. Oh, yeah. Every single one of those linebackers. Another hidden dev, but every single one of them. Not a long-term option on this team. So round 7. I mean, we could trade the picks away, but why bother? Let's just throw darts at the wall here. We know these guys aren't going to be good, otherwise they wouldn't be on the board. So in terms of the combine, who was the fastest player? This wideout ran a 4.29. Josh Bonds, let's go. This wideout ran a 4.29. 112 in true value. We get him at 196. Hidden dev for a 23-year-old. Josh Bonds. He's fast as hell. And that's it. He can barely catch a football, but at least he's fast. We drafted a return option. Who else can we arbitrarily pick off of Combine? Who's the strongest sumbitch in here? Defensive end, Rodney Casey. Let's go. Let's take this big, strong boy. 225 in true value at 197. Normal dev for Mr. Casey. Casey? Casey. I don't know what the hell Casey would be referring to. Anybody else? Anybody. What else do we have? Maybe someone who was impressive at the Pro Day. Got a couple of guys who were a little bit faster. Nobody was crazy on the bench. Who can jump? Richard Bird. 6'4" wideout. This man can jump. Let's take him. 159 in true value. We get him at 204. Richard Bird. I mean, 90 speed and 91 jumping is phenomenal, but you notice how, yeah, his catching is a D. Yikes. But hey, draft picks are fun. Unfortunately, that's it for us then. So overall, we actually got a trade. Ooh, we actually got a trade offer for Dawson Knox, but I am going to keep him. At least for the year. Let's get to the draft recap. 76 overall for Evan McLeod. 75 for Brewer, even though he's normal dev. Gallagher and Long, both at 74. 72 for Shields. Avant sucked. Peterson's a 76. Smith a 73. Chandler a 75. And a 69 for Bonds. That was a pretty damn good draft for us. When you have as many darts as we did, it was bound to work out for us. After the 4th round, we didn't accomplish much. But that was a pretty damn solid draft for us, that's for sure. The Vikings ended up with Trio, not Theo, but Trio Garland and Danny Fowler. And not much else from there, but not bad. 2 solid picks in terms of OVR. The Bears end up with Harvey Adams, Daniel Giraldo, Rod Wells, and a decent 6th-round wideout in terms of overall, Chris Streets. Not bad. The Bengals get Tony Waters, Pat Gore, Chandler Weber, and Tremaine Lowell. 4 out of 6 at least a 71 overall. Not bad in terms of rating. Not bad at all. We'll have to try to remember who that quarterback was. The Bills, that's who they drafted with our pick that we traded down for. Denzel Yates. They also got with TJ McMillan, Cole Ellington, Mark Stevens. Was it Mark Stevens? It's not. But three decent picks for the Bills. I am just getting tongue-tied tonight. Crazy. The Broncos, Earl Friedman, Derek Hayward, Caleb Hyde. Not bad for Denver. Not at all. Cleveland with P.J. Booker, David Denmark, Christian Sherwood, and a 6th-round fullback, David Thierry, who is not that bad. Decent draft for the Browns in terms of ratings. The Bucks with Andrew Young, Jeff Allen, and Tavares Perriman really dropped off from there. Really dropped off from there in terms of the ratings. Cardinals, Malcolm Knight, Donald Bain, Chris Sheehan, LaRon Lane. Not a bad first 4 picks for them. Chargers, Brian Battle, Lonnie Murphy, and Nelson Hardwick. Falls off from there, even though they got Greg Dudley. Is Henry Ruggs in this game? He is not. Rashee Rice is for now, though. Chiefs, 80 overall safety, Greg Minter. We took the tight end over this guy. We got that one wrong. Oh, yeah, we got that one wrong. It was between Minter or the tight end, and we took the tight end. Whoops. Can't win them all. And they also ended up with Kendall Fisher. Not much else from there, though, even with quite a few picks for the Chiefs. Colts had 2 picks, and honestly, they did well with both. Ricky Davis and Vince Gilchrist. Both at least a 72. Commies with Cole Lamb and nobody else. And Jamie Owens was the 26-year-old quarterback. Oh, Washington. That's so commies, isn't it? Oof. Fucking oof. Cowboys, Cam Freeman, George Hood, and not much else. Not a great draft for Dallas. Dolphins get Derek Beal and Devin Gore. Gore was the better tight end by dev pattern, but not by rating. So only 2 really solid picks there. Eagles end up with Roy McGee and Corey Henderson. 2 decent picks. I mean, 50% in terms of good rating. Falcons with Roy Francois, Clayton Saunders, Todd Barber, and Theo Stevenson. Not bad. Good draft for the Falcons. Niners get Carlos Fort, Scott Holt, Connor Edmonds. Good 5th-round pick and Lance Glenn. And a solid 7th-round pick, Demarius Faulkner. Good draft for the Niners overall. Giants with Eric Sheldon, Tavon Royal, and Marcus Manning. Not bad. 3 decent picks. Jags end up with Scott Knight and Ron Price. Not much else going on in Jacksonville for this draft, at least immediately. Jets, Kerry Burks, Jamian Davison, Terrell Day. So, 50% draft for them. Lions, oof. I mean, they hit with Sean Thomas, but not much else going on in Detroit for immediate difference makers. Packers get Cedric Childers, Nick Ramirez. Ramirez was pretty damn good. Not much else for them, though. The Panthers, a lot of picks for them. Javi Easley, Elton Love, Stephen Brown, Andrew Leonard in the 4th round. and Antoine Ringer. Decent draft in Carolina. The Patriots, 83 overall for the 3rd overall pick, the running back, Thomas Stevenson. That is the highest rated player I've seen out of the draft so far. Holy shit. Maybe we should have traded up. That would have been a really fun player to have. A really fun player to have. Whew. Ramondre's brother. Holy shit. Obviously different spellings, but still. Deshaun Hunt and Jonathan Barrett on the defensive side. Hell of a draft for the Patriots. Raiders end up with Pat Nichols, Dick Little, Taylor Jenkins, and a good 6th round pick of Ramon Bryan. If you go to edit, can you see his dad? You can't, but I'm not going to do it. It's a mystery. Can you trade for him? Probably not. He'll be expensive as shit. Can't get every single good player that becomes available, you know? Rams end up with Junior Gaithers, Max Person, Bryce Dunlop. Great 3rd round pick of a running back. We did have him on our short list, but just didn't work out. Ravens get Darrell Holcomb, Bobby Ballard, and Mason Murphy. And a good 7th round pick, very late, Amari Rivers. 72 overall. Saints, 2 out of 5. Teron Freeman in the 1st, and Greg Clement in the 3rd. For half-decent players. Seahawks go with Gary Chamberlain, the 1st overall pick. Hidden dev, at least. Imagine if it was normal. Gary Chamberlain, Lance Booker, and Keenan Booth. New quarterback, new running back in Seattle. Steelers end up with Manny Dyson and Trevor Scott. That's about it. At least for competitive ratings out of the gates. Not a great time. I do not know if the Steelers are gone to the Super Bowl. And then the Texans, Dre Clemens and Byron White. Do you think they regret giving up their 1st round picks to us a couple years ago? So there we go. Another very solid draft for your Titans. We are set up to be incredibly interesting here. And we're going to have some moves to make. Definitely going to have some moves to make. We're getting a lot of offers for Dawson Knox. Go figure. This will be interesting to see how this works out. Because I don't know how this is going to work out. Again, we still have Eli Wheeler at quarterback. We need to find a backup and a mentor for him. For these running backs, we know we can already cut some of these guys. Deshaun Bush was randomly acquired in a trade. No attachment to him. Same for Tyler Hayward. Mr. Hayward is out. Clyde Smith, because that lack of dev pattern, probably is going to get hit to the practice squad. And then Clyde Kramer is out. Fullback, we still got Mitch Hawley, that's fine. Wideouts, Drayton, Wimbley, Sims, Calvin Ridley for at least the rest of the year. Monty Lloyd lost his dev pattern, so we're going to be saying goodbye to him. All right, Monty, it's a tough business. D-Rose also lost his dev pattern. He's out. Cutting Ridley saves a 17 mil. Yeah, but I mean... Fuck it. I don't even have to worry about the penalty, though. Josh Bonds. Josh Bonds was hidden dev. Fair enough. That actually works out really well. That works out really well. Harold Lucas is getting cut. Old Dick Bird was normal dev, so Bird is probably going to the Prac squad. Which means Drayton, Wimbley, Sims, Bonds, Ridley, and a mentor. So yeah, we just got to find a mentor. We'll be good to go. Ridley's probably going to be 5th on the depth chart this year. At tight end, Okonkwo, Dawson Knox. What are we going to do with Felix Brewer? If we put him on the prac squad, we probably lose him, but we save a good amount of money. Kind of rough to immediately put a first-round pick onto the prac squad and just say, nah. But we are stuck with Dawson Knox for the year. Unless I want to take the penalty, which I clearly don't. Terrence Bruton. Bruton. He can go. And then Gerald Bass has lost his dev pattern. Let's move him back to fullback, see what he looks like. That was his natural position in the first place. He's a 76. Mitch Hawley has also lost his dev pattern. So Bass will be the fullback, and Hawley will get relegated to the prac squad, and we'll get rid of him. Which means at tight end, we could technically bring in a mentor. Got both fullbacks. I'll take a look and see what's up there. So with those positions in mind, let's go look at what the free agent list appears to be. So first and foremost, quarterbacks. Are there any young quarterbacks that snuck through that we could try to train up? Seth McLean is a no. Chris Turner is also a no. And that's about it. So the answer outright is no. So we need one of the best quarterbacks we can possibly bring in. Which right now, in terms of rating, Tyler Huntley, Hendon Hooker, or Drew Lock. I mean, Hendon Hooker went to Tennessee. You know, having him as the backup might not be that bad. Might not be that bad. And then Kirk Cousins will be coming back as our mentor. Don't worry, he's coming back. Honestly, Kirk might be good enough to just be the backup on his own. Really. Come on back, Kirk. You made yourself a legend here. Kirk Cousins is back, and then as a third string, Jimmy Garoppolo. I really wish there was a younger quarterback to build around. Actually, you know what we'll do? We will wait until week 1. We'll steal a practice squad player from somebody else once they assign them down. And that'll be our third string quarterback this year. Running back, is there any sort of project for us to build around here? Clyde Kramer, we just cut. Yeah, he's not it. Justice Corbett. Does not have much of a dev plan going on. Deshaun Lasley. Lasley. Doesn't quite work the same. Ben Johnson. Nope. I don't think we're going to find anybody to build around here. Jalen Reynolds. No. Honestly, hold on. Let me just get a shot of that really quickly. Jose Graham. All right, there we go. Jose Graham. Star dev. We can try to build around that guy a little bit. So he'll be our project at running back, and then we're going to need a mentor. Nick Chubb. Not good enough anymore to be said mentor. Who's the highest rated mentor we could have? Looks like Derrick Henry is coming back to the Titans. The king has returned. Derrick Henry is back. Politics, fair enough. Not have much of a response to that. Shits and giggles. Devin Knott, we know, won't have a good dev pattern. Nothing to worry about there at fullback then. Wideouts. Honestly, we don't have space for any projects unless somebody is just so goddamn good as a rookie that we can't possibly avoid signing them. I don't know if any of these guys will fit that bill, but it is worth looking just in case. Kendall Nails. Nope. Denario Jones. You're probably the last guy I'm looking at here. Actually, it was a 21-year-old a bit further down, this guy, Ricky Sutherland. Okay, yep, so we're just going to get a mentor. And that mentor will be either Mike Evans or Odell Beckham Jr. Let's go for OBJ. Teach people how to catch a football in sick fashion. OBJ is here. Be our sixth-string wideout. At tight end, did anybody sneak through? If anybody did, it was Bruton, and of course he wasn't that good. So we need a mentor. At tight end, it'll either be Hayden Hurst or CJ Uzoma. And Hayden does not have mentor. So CJ, congratulations. You are going to be in as our mentor at tight end. Okay, so the offense, outside of the O-line, which we still got to work on, the offense is taking shape. We'll steal a practice squad quarterback, but Kirk Cousins is the backup now to Eli Wheeler. Running back situation, Clyde Smith is going to be sent to the practice squad once the season starts. Ideally, both fullbacks are probably being sent to the practice squad. At wideout, we know Richard Bird's going to get dropped. Tight end situation, we're going to hold on to Felix Brewer. Give him a chance to develop. On the O-line, we know we wanted to move Zion Johnson to tackle because of his mobility. I think he'll be better suited there. Latham's fine. Long is fine where he is for the moment. Ronsky. The extra agility to Peterson and Chandler. I mean, these guys could also potentially be tackles this year. There's a chance Jay Peterson's going to start over Zion Johnson. Like, that's just kind of the way it's worked out to get these draft steals. That's why I do kind of wish free agency was after the draft, you know? NHL style would be nice, but that's the risk you take. So we're going to move Johnny Chandler over to right tackle because of the mobility that he has. Shields as well. There's also an argument. Fuck, for this guy to be a... Okay, so clearly everybody I'd like to have at tackle, not everybody's going to be able to play at tackle. Mike Gallagher, though, is going to move to the interior. And then Matthias Vallejo, who we acquired via trade, to be honest, we could look at flipping him. Because we'll have more contract control with the others. I mean, Chandler and Shields, both on the right. Both were hidden dev. At 21 years old. Cheeks, does he still have a good dev pattern? He still has at least star dev. So that's not bad. Gallagher, though, also has hidden dev. Jesus. We have Skoronski signed for a while. He's obviously very solid. JC Latham. Has he warmed up at all to the idea of being here? Miles Long is a backup at this stage. Has JC warmed up to staying here? No. Even if we get a mentor, the fact we're not a big market is going to hurt us. There's a chance we have to trade JC Latham here. We picked up his option. Move him out. We just drafted the talent that should be able to replace him. I think JC's got to go. And it'll be Peterson starting left tackle over Johnson. Skoronski at center. Probably Gallagher at left guard. Cheeks at right. But then Vallejo can go too. And then Chandler and Shields are battling it out at right tackle. Jesus. I had a hunch signing O-lineman was going to be rough. But yeah, there are trades we can make here. Easily. Easily. And you can tell we already have a shitload of cap room still, which is great. Hate to say it, but yeah, JC Latham has to go. He does technically have 2 years left on that option. So I guess technically we could use him for this year. I mean, shit, you could even make the argument, get rid of Skaronski. He's on the final year of his deal. What are his motivations? Okay, that's not too bad, then. If we stay in West Coast spread. It's like, do we get rid of some of the vets that have been here? Granted, they're both 26. And then Zion Johnson, there's no way we're going to be able to trade him. I mean, we just signed him. But then again, if we were to ever just take that freaking hit, now would be a decent time to do it. We've yet to take a major salary hit for a move. But Peterson, Cheeks, Gallagher, Chandler, Shield, that's the 5 that we'd have for a really long time. 3 years to build around those guys. At the very least, we know Matias Vallejo is going now. I'd rather build up the O-line and have contract control. Take a hit now. But the problem is, if we don't start these guys, those dev patterns can drop. And then they're just what they are. Right? If you're going to develop somebody, you got to take a shot. That's why those wideouts that we had last year, their dev pattern fell. That's why the corners that we had last year at the bottom end, their dev patterns fell. Tommy Jones included. Like, if you have these dev patterns, you got to swing with them or just kind of be like, well, shit. You know, we're risking their development. I mean, we could technically keep Latham and Johnson around to avoid a bigger cap penalty. But still flip Vallejo and Skaronski. I mean, Vallejo, we have no penalty whatsoever anyway, because we just acquired him. We'd be flipping him. Middle linebacker, Scott Huggins and 2-6. Oh yeah, we have a shitload of cap space too. It's not even a matter of cap at this stage. It's solely player development and who we want to build around. I found our project running back, chat. Minnesota offering 24-year-old X-Factor Dante Higgins from Matias Vallejo. Vallejo's leaving. Tight spot, what's up, man? That is, yep. That is the move. No doubt about it. Yep, there is no argument not to do it. Matias Vallejo, out. Dante Higgins is in. Done deal there. Of course, we did sign Keaton Mitchell. It does mean we're not even going to bother trying to train up Jose Graham anymore. Because we have somebody better. We have somebody better. To work for my Friday. Fair enough. Fair enough. Jose, you're not bad, but there's just no way we're going to be able to invest in you. And instead, at running back, it is Dante Higgins. Mitchell behind him. And then Derrick Henry is the mentor. That is an interesting setup at running back. That's for sure. I think we got to make these O-line changes. I think we do. We got to invest in the youth, build around them. Right? So Chandler, Shields, Cheeks, Gallagher, and Peterson. Johnson, Latham, Skaronski. The problem is, obviously, that makes our O-line a lot worse now. I mean, we could, again, technically keep Latham and Johnson around for development's sake, or for backup's sake. But we also want spots for mentors for these younger guys. Skaronski, I'm sorry, buddy. You are a damn good player, but does the NFL have a cap floor? No. Scott Huggins is back there. 23-star dev. Don't need Keenan Allen, that's for sure. I mean, Henning, what the hell? I mean, we're going to get boned on these trades, but... And clearly this deal for this linebacker, I mean, that'll cause its own issues. But flip Peter Skoronski on an expiring deal. Get a linebacker we might be able to build around. Teams do not have to spend all the allotted money, but they must spend at least. That's fair. So not technically like in the way that like works. Like the NHL has a different salary cap system, the NBA has a different salary cap system, baseball, you know, all that fun stuff. Gonna invest in the youth. Not that Skoronski isn't the youth. But we're at the point now where we're gonna have to pay him. God, I don't know. It feels like it makes sense to invest in these younger players, right? Like they could be anything. They could even be Peter Skoronski. And we got 5 of them. Peterson, Cheeks, Gallagher, Chandler, Shields. Of course, we kept Relch. I think I'm doing it. Peter Skoronski. Have fun in Cincinnati. We'll take the linebacker, Scott Huggins, a 6th and a 7th. Now the question is, I think we hold on. Well, then again, the mentor roles. I can't guarantee that Latham and Johnson are staying. I can't guarantee that. What offers are out there for JC Latham? Jordan Battle, Conrad, a 5th and a 6th, Marvin Mims, Aaron Brewer, but a 3rd and a 7th. We'd like to get more than a 3rd. The rookies care about having a mentor. They're the ones that care the most about having a mentor. Like, technically, a player in, like, the whole inspiration thing could be like, hey, I want a mentor on the team. But a mentor, regardless, does help with extra XP gain. Let's see if there was anybody else that really kind of fits the bill here. We didn't need Tyson Campbell, right? Because we did bring in another corner. We did. We brought in Crowder. Want Josh Uche back? Another corner. Jerome Baker went X Factor. Good for him. We have no room for him whatsoever. Tough call. Smartest move draft-wise would be to take on Aaron Brewer, just play him as a backup, I guess, or flip him. I mean, we get a 3rd-round pick out of it, which isn't a ton for Latham. But we know JC doesn't want to stay long-term. We have him for this year and next, and he's going to bail. Let's do it. We'll send JC Latham to Cleveland. It pains me. No, we won't send him to Cleveland. It didn't, unless it glitched. Was the Latham deal allowed? Let's see if that was the type of glitch where he didn't leave, or the type of move where he actually did. It might be below minimum roster size. Okay, Latham's still here. Okay. Let's fill out the rest of the team really quickly. And, see what else we got going on. 30 picks far away. Not that far, though. Not that far. All right, so left tackle. I need a mentor, which will be Jake Matthews. Left guard. I need a mentor, Charles Leno Jr. Center, give us a mentor, Austin Reiter. Ed Karras. Technically, DJ Humphries at a 75. He'd be a better backup, obviously, higher rated. Welcome in DJ. Right guard, we need a mentor. Oh, good old Vaitai. Turner's the higher rating. It makes more sense. Turner, welcome in. Try. Try. I don't like what try is saying. And then freaking Andrew Wiley, the right tackle mentor spot, and that should allow us. And again, obviously, at a certain point, we're gonna have to say, okay, no more trading away pieces. Who we have is who we have. But again, like I know Latham's not gonna stay. They've added Christian Watson to the deal instead. Cleveland offering a 3rd rounder. Guess the deals have changed a little bit. Definitely care more about the draft picks than getting talent back because we already have too much talent. Too damn much. Justin Ortiz. Man, that guy's not bad either. I mean, you don't want to sit here and tinker forever. Not forever. I guess we'll take that 3rd rounder from Cleveland. JC should be on the outs. He is not. It will not let me trade JC Latham. Saving me from myself, apparently. Duly noted. I guess JC is not going anywhere after all. Which is okay. But it also means an interesting situation is there for our offensive line. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. But they are probably going to be in depth positions. Gonna tackle, 73 agility. 71 and a 73. Okay. So let's move. Let's move Darrell Cheeks, the center. We will move the Cheeks to center. And then we will move Johnny Chandler to left guard. Gary Cheeks, damn right. Wisconsin grown. All right. So I don't know if we'll be able to keep the mentors as I'd prefer, but we'll see what happens. Defensively, Manny Derby. We were good to just cut him. He was just a tacked on dude. So let's see here. I should go back. So at left tackle, it's Johnson, Peterson, and then Matthews. Left guard at the moment, it's Latham, Chandler, Leno Jr., and then Long is going to the practice squad. Centers, we got Cheeks and Humphreys. Right guard is Gallagher and Turner. And then right tackle will have Shields and Wiley. So is the line as good as it could have been this year? No, but it is obviously a play for the future. We are going to move George Karlaftis to the right side. You know, he has no man or zone coverage abilities whatsoever. The left side is still Toby White. We need a mentor for him. Right side's Karlaftis. Casey will be going to the practice squad. We'll need a backup for George. Defensive tackles are Sweat and Shepard. We'll need a mentor there. Then the linebackers. Holy shit, the amount of misses that we had. The amount of misses. They're running a 4-3 or a 3-4. It depends on what the team looks like. We're going to let the boys decide that for us. So at linebacker, Mark Smith lost his dev pattern. So we'll be cutting him via practice squad once that's open. Hewitt is going to the practice squad. Avant is going to the practice squad. And Chad Falk is hidden dev. So you could make an argument to keep Falk around and then bring in a mentor. I'll have to see who else is there that might be able to change that situation. Middle linebacker, totally forgot we brought in Scott Huggins. Holy shit. Okay. Did Tyson lose his ability? He did not. Okay. This is not getting any easier to figure out what the hell this team's going to look like. But we are going to get there. We are. We are. The youth of the nation. Really quickly, is there a prospect on any of these defensive positions that might be able to factor in what we have going on? I hope not, but it does make sense to check. We're definitely going to have to move the defense around here to make this work. Right side. Corners to Sean Judge. Normal dev. I mean, UDFA hunting here. It's only to see if there's anybody that is just so good that we absolutely need them on the team. And that isn't happening, which I have to be honest, I'm not upset about. Danny Beal, normal dev. Starks, normal dev. One more guy to check, Charles Langford, normal dev. Okay. And really quickly, kicker, Corey Elam. Normal dev. Adam Wilson, we've seen him before. Preston Porter, we know, won't stay here long term. Hayden Baldwin. No. Okay. Gary Day. Nope. And then what about Dom Koopa? No. Really is a shame that Porter won't sign with us long term, but, you know, can't make up someone's mind for them. Scott Pierce. Okay, and Andrew Stapleton. Alright, so it's pretty much no younger players to worry about. It's just now proper depth / mentor roles. We can bring in Larry Ogunjobi for that left side mentor role. Right side, actually, I guess we'll look at DT first, which we also need a mentor, which will be, on the looks of it, Grover Stewart. Welcome in Grover. Right side, we need the best backup we can get. I don't know if a mentor matters, but Leonard Williams is going to be the backup behind Karloftis. Welcome in Leonard. Linebackers. We even need mentors. Jadeveon Clowney. Welcome back. Let's see what happens there. Middle. Landon Roberts. Bring him in as the mentor. Right side. Who do we have as a mentor? Nick Morrow. Get that extra XP, baby. Corner-wise. Any more is an award winner. That's nice, but not what I'm looking for. Rasul Douglas. Is that Jonathan Jones? It is Jonathan Jones. Bring in Douglas. That mentor role. Free safety. Rudy Ford. Rudy Ford in that mentor role, and then strong safety will be Chuck Clark. Every team needs a good Chuck, you know? Are you really the same without a good Chuck? Shout out to Chuck.